Welcome to bump day 19 weeks. No way! So the last time you guys saw me was at 17 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since then because we were on a little like vacay, so I didn't record 18 weeks, but I felt like that was fine because week to week, like not a whole lot changes. Starting off with symptoms, the last like 2 weeks have been really low for me as far as not feeling well. Thankfully, I definitely feel more energetic and less nauseous, but there are just some other things going on that I'll explain that have not been comfortable whatsoever. So when we were gone on our trip, it was so much fun, but I ended up getting some kind of like stomach bug. I was throwing up like every 20 to 30 minutes, and it wasn't even food, it was just like bile. And that just is, I guess, strikes me as a little bit weird. So I actually think it might be like pregnancy related and nobody else got sick. It wasn't like food poisoning. It was well after we ate the night before. It could have been just like really abnormal eating patterns the days before or dehydration because we were at the water parks so much. But then that led into like a week-long chest/sinus cold. So again, and that part actually wasn't that bad. I got over that, but it just really proves that your immune system is super low when you're pregnant. So that's kind of like what I've been dealing with the last week. But even beyond that, I don't even know what to classify it as. I think it's just reflux, but it's not like, when you think of heartburn, you think of like the pain in the middle of your chest and you think of like actual acid like coming up or that kind of thing. I have none of that. It's really just like this weird feeling of fullness most of the time, not able to eat anything but like neutral foods. If I don't eat neutral foods, then I get like really like a lot of burping going on and uncomfortable stomach. Yeah, so it's so strange and I'm not having fun with it at all. I wish that part was over, and then in turn it kind of makes you feel nauseous. So yeah, just have had like food anxiety, trying to get through, like figure out like what are the best choices. I did try Prilosec. I've taken it for the last 3 mornings. So I'm hoping by the end of the week, I'll kind of know whether like Prilosec is maybe a good option because it probably is like reflux related. Please comment below if you have that, you know, if you had that experience. I don't think it's gallbladder related. My gallbladder doesn't work very well, but I don't have pain in that side. So anyway, I have an appointment next week with, you know, like my every 4-week appointment. So I'll ask about it then. But until then, I'll just be trying to get through it. Other symptoms, I am definitely a lot more tired. Like at the gym today, I really just wanted to sit. Like it's this weird fatigue. It's like not like, oh, I want to go take a nap. It's really just like, oh my gosh, I need to like sit down. Yeah, that's been really weird. Not a lot of like pain or growth going on in my stomach that I've like noticed. But when we were walking at the water park, like over 15,000 steps a day, back-to-back days, my hips and my pelvis like hurt so bad. So I am starting to get like that midsection like twinge. It's hard to explain. Basically, like if you go to put your sock on one foot while you're standing up, you get like this like very central pain in your pelvis. So probably some growth and separation happening there. Last night was the first night that I started having my good old rib pain that happened last time with Letty. So again, I think it's just the growth and hopefully it doesn't get as bad as it was with Letty because that was pretty uncomfortable. So yeah, we have all the symptoms this week. I wish that I could say like, oh, I'm feeling great, but it's like not the truth this time. So moving on to food cravings. Cravings have been really like comforting, warm foods, neutral foods. Like if I think about spicy or tangy or even like sugar, like high flavor foods, I'm just not into it. I don't know if that's like a mental thing or if it's just like knowing what my body can handle. So yeah, everything brown. I just call it the brown food diet, the beige food diet, and trying to stay away from like more gluten, trying to stay away from lactose. I'm just like really trying everything. I'm gonna get papaya enzymes pretty soon to see if that will help, because I've heard a lot about that, eating those after every meal. Something about like pho or broth or like not chicken noodle soup though, like ramen, that just sounds really good if it's not spicy. I'm in love with plain rice cake with cashew butter. That's like my nightly treat, which is so bad because like usually, you guys know me, it's like Skittles and Starburst, but none of that. I just have figured out that if I eat that at night and then go to bed, usually in the morning, I'm not feeling as well, but I don't even know if that's true. I can't figure it out. Aversions are for sure spicy food, anything tomato based. Yeah, just every single food that I love, honestly. So yeah, I hope this goes away. Last time at 19 weeks, I was really averse to red meat and like hamburgers, but I've been able to eat meat this time, which is great. Like that doesn't really like turn me off at all. So there's a little silver lining in there. As far as emotions go, it's really just up and down. Of course, I'm very frustrated with the digestion thing, and that can be draining every day. But one thing that I talked about on Instagram yesterday is just, you know, if you can change your mind, you can change your life, and you can change your thoughts and the, you know, negative versus positive thoughts and self-coaching. And so, you know, that's what I'm really working on this week, especially because I just felt like after being sick last week, it just, yeah, it made me feel awful. So working on keeping myself easy, like really good and distracted, well slept, and otherwise just like crying at random times, but I feel like that's just me. Workouts were non-existent while we were on vacation, but we were like taking a lot of steps. So, you know, I really think that that was good enough exercise for me at the time. And now I'm back into CrossFit. This morning was the first workout that I showed up to, and I was like, I kind of think that maybe I should just stop and go home, only because I was in this position where I was like, I feel like just sitting down. I think I was like hot and tired, and I didn't feel well at all digestively. And so that was the first time that happened. Hopefully it's not something that happens like regularly as I get bigger, because I would like to still just continue to do everything. But everything, like I think I'm sore from yesterday. So just trying to get back into the swing of things with CrossFit. Probably gonna do bodybuilding, you know, a couple times this week. And the step thing really felt nice on vacation, so I think I'm gonna try to keep that up too. Just add more steps in, hopefully, throughout the day. As far as week 19 goes, I have been feeling the baby move for like 2 or 3 weeks now, which is a lot sooner than with Letty. I feel it like at night, but then now I'm starting to feel it like different times. I'm so excited to see like how big the baby is at the anatomy scan and just compare that to how big Letty was. Apparently, the baby's like the size of a tomato or like a breakfast sandwich, which it's so funny to me that they have that comparison, but I think it's, here, let me pull it up, 9.4 inches and 9.6 ounces. So a tomato or a breakfast sandwich size. But I feel like it's bigger, and I keep saying it because we have not announced the gender yet. Brad has this great idea, so we still have to record the reel. So, sorry. The baby has fingerprints are starting to form, and their brain is designating specialized areas for smell and taste and hearing. Just so fun to think about. I can't believe it. There's like an actual baby in there, like one that actually looks like a baby. So in 19 weeks with Letty, I started using my pregnancy pillow. Haven't brought it out yet, but after my ribs started acting weird last night, I was like, okay, maybe it's time to get that out. So we'll see how tonight goes, but I'm still belly sleeping and still kind of like side sleeping and fairly comfortable unless Letty's in the bed with me, which is pretty much every night. But that was interesting. So I have not purchased anything as far as like for myself you know, for pregnancy. As far as the baby goes, I started just gathering things from Letty's, you know, old stuff and putting it together. So like when I put it away for her, everything was really just disorganized. So I kind of had to go through everything and just organize it by like, okay, this is what I need for newborn stuff. This is what I don't have yet. There's not really a lot that I don't have. I need to probably start making plans for a baby shower and plans for like a shower list, a baby registry. That's what it's called. I was like, what is that called? But I have not purchased anything new for the baby. Have I gotten it? I've gotten some gifts, I think, from Brad's parents, which was really fun. Brad got to feel the baby from the outside and has felt it like several times since then. I think it was like last week. So that was really exciting, and I loved like seeing his face when that happened. So that was really, really great. And Letty, I'm still like, it usually happens at night, so I'm still trying to like get her, I don't know, to feel the baby, but we'll see. Pretty soon. She's like constantly asking about the baby. And she swears the baby's going to like sleep in her room, which I think is so funny. But I would say high for the week was just being on vacation and getting relaxed and getting to spend a lot of like family time. And then low for the week was definitely just being sick and that stomach bug, whatever that was, and you know, getting sick after that and just not feeling good. So lots of lows for the week. But we will end the video with my bump.